put that on.
Come on in the room.
Is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
Yes,
This is the barbershop. Well, I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop. Then where can we talk straight? We can't talk straight nowhere else. This ain't nothing but healthy conversation. Now, is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
Yes,
That ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop. Healthy conversation. Healthy conversation. This ain't nothing but healthy conversation. That ain't nobody exempt. That ain't nobody exempt.
Yeah.
Nothing but healthy conversation.
So we roll right at the go off, right?
Yeah, we in there. What's up?
Healthy conversation.
Yeah.
How y'all doing? Y'all know what time it is, man.
You already know. I'm the barber.
I'm the artist, and this is Barbershop Talk.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, bro? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. It's been one of them weeks, man.
Silence
It's been one of
is
them weeks, yeah. But it's a beautiful thing. That to have these weeks is better to not have these weeks,
man. Who you telling?
man. So, we here, we doing our thing. Astute gentlemen,
Back at it.
back at it. Barbershop talk. If
Barbershop
if you're new to this, down at the bottom of the screen, you see you can go subscribe at World Class Barber ITV on YouTube. Go down there and check us out. Again, we what's the topic for today? What's the topic for today?
Man, today our topic is during this pandemic, this COVID-19, is your
I ain't got no cigar.
go get your cigar.
Yeah, I got to get me a cigar, man.
Look at
But
your
yeah,
boy.
but go ahead and give him the topic, though.
All right, the topic is the downside of the shelter in place. Is your mental state straight? Is your head right? You good? Because seriously, all jokes aside, we starting to see far too many situations with the COVID-19, especially with the shelter in place. You're starting to see a violent side of it. You're starting to see a racial side of it. You're starting to see a hatred side of it. All of this is stemming from either shelter in place or COVID-19. Like, because everything has changed, the way we do things, the way we live, the way we move and shake out here, it can really mess with your mental at this point.
Oh, definitely, especially if you're soft. Especially if you're soft.
Yeah, if you don't have no tough skin to deal with certain things, then you'll crack under the pressure. And we're going to touch on a few things just about some of the mental aspects of this thing, man. Me, for one, I'm going to be transparent and candid. There's really not many places that you can go. I think for all of us who may deal with certain things, we all have outlets. Can you agree?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some people fish, some people take trips, but it's like you're limited to the things you can do. So could you just imagine what that does to a person that's just chilling in four walls, that's dealing with some issues, and they can't move? So now all of that stuff starts building up on the inside. And for me, man, I had an emotional breakdown last Thursday. I don't know where it stemmed from or where it came from, but I just found myself just repeatedly, just constantly crying. And I couldn't even pinpoint what had me emotionally worked up like that.
Right,
I mean, it was just like it started flowing and I cut off, then I started back again. But see, I'm strong enough in mind to know that I serve a God that can fix anything. But some people aren't strong enough, or they connection with the Most High ain't that to where they can't deal with it. So we're seeing women killing their children and killing themselves. We're seeing fathers taking out their whole family because they stressed out and what's going on within the four walls of where they live at. So my thing is, the question is your mental straight? Like, where your head at during all of this? Because
and that's a good question. I mean, people are going to deal with, you're going to really find out how strong your relationship is, how good your relationship is.
Facts.
You're going to find out how strong of a willed of a person you are.
Facts.
In general. And a lot of people don't have the capacity to really handle stuff like this, staying in the house. Some people not really live their lives outside of that box, and they have to live like that. Sometimes you have to live like that. The impersonation of something or someone else, the same way people do on Facebook. And if you can't go out, and if you can't go out of the house and be that other person, that alter ego, that'll fuck with you.
True.
That'll really mess with you. So
and that's funny you say that, because you think about a person that may need that validation or something, and they need somebody to boost their flesh up because they don't have nothing else going on.
Right.
So you can just imagine that person probably posts maybe 15 times a day, searching for likes and comments or whatever, because they need somebody to tell them, good job, this, that, and the third. But when you really just break down the mental aspect, it's like, what triggers for me? Okay, like, if you have an outlet, you have something to do, you could do those things, but because now you don't have it, you can't.
You can't do it.
So
you can't do it.
You have to really start channeling in higher power, I think, man. You really have to tap into God, man, to really just keep you sane from a lot. Like, okay, you got parents who got kids. Parents that got kids, but also have jobs of their own. So you have a job online, Zoom meetings, but you have kids at home. So you have to listen to, he's messing with me, he's touching me, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. If you can't deal with the ills of that, it's enough to probably make you go crazy.
Yeah.
And then that's where you start seeing the injuries of children and people losing their mind and just taking themselves out the game and taking their kids out the game. But it's like, it really ain't that serious. I think we all should find somebody. Like, you can't mask that stuff for so long. It's people that'll get on Facebook and say everything is good with them and everything is this and everything is that. But it's like, underline that, some of that is a cry out for help, because we ain't all good all the time, man. And I know that this pandemic hasn't made us good at all.
No.
You can't go retail therapy like you did. You can't go sit out on the patio and happy hour with your friends after a long day of work and the kids getting on your nerves because y'all locked in the house. It's like, now you in there with that shit.
Yeah. And and a lot of these parents, they like sending their kids to daycare because they don't want to deal with them.
That's true.
Yeah, you have kids to be responsible for the kid. That's a responsibility, and some people don't want to be responsible, so they send them to daycare. Now, mind you,
we said some.
Some people, not all.
There's a lot of parents out there going against the grain. They got one on the hip, one right here. They still Zoom calling and handling business and still helping the one at the table with the homework. So shout out and kudos to the super women and super men who are parents that are out there, in the grind. But it's some of them that can't deal with the ills of that. And you start seeing this stuff, man. And it's a real touchy subject, man, because, just earlier this week you hear of a woman killing her 8-year-old daughter, then taking her own life. It's like, man, you just don't know what she possibly could have been going through. And if you don't have an outlet, or if you see some of your peeps out here and it's a red flag, or it even looks like it's a sign that they crying out for help, just reach out.
Yeah.
Reach out. Some of them will stretch it a mile long because they really just want to see how deep is the love when it comes to them. But for the most part, man, it's your head got to be right.
Yeah,
bro, we losing a lot of key people out here to this thing, man.
But it ain't. Understand? I always have always said to people that death is God's timing. You know, but there are people that take their own lives, and those people. And I don't mean no disrespect, man, because I know some of these
Just
people
tell
have.
it the truth. Bro.
Yeah, some people have mental issues, and those people that have mental issues, you know, but there's a lot of soft people. It's too many soft people, and those soft people, all these people that want to off themselves and take. Where's your strength? Where's, again, like you said earlier, where's your relationship with God? Because if you don't have a relationship with God,
It starts there.
Yeah, that's where it starts at. Then where's your relationship at with yourself? Because you ain't fooling nobody trying to be somebody else. You know, and again, some of these people, there are a lot of people that want to be somebody else, and they strive to be. I want to be like Mike. I want to be like Coke. You're not them. Your life shouldn't predicate around. I understand role models.
True.
My father is my role model, you know. But I get. I don't want to be like him.
Right.
I don't want to be like him. I like the things that he has given me, the tools that he has given me, because a role model is a person that gives you tools to live by.
You can actually look at their life as it is in front of you, and you can kind of pull from their life if it's positive.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can use that along your journey in life. But like you said, you have a lot of people still with that. Like it's funny sometimes when you see people look at relationships, like celebrity relationships, and they always say couple goals.
Right.
And I get it. It's cliche. It's cool. It's cute.
Cool. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, I don't want to be Beyonce and Jay. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the best Kafre in the relationship that I'm in. I want to be the best at that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want me and Shorty to ride our way. You know, get it our way. Like, make a staple our way. Not the Jay-Z Beyonce way, not the Obama way.
Right, yeah.
Not the Will and Jada way. You know, they got their own thing. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's something
you got to have
the pattern behind,
a template, something to measure up against. But your relationship, everybody's relationship ain't gonna be like that. You ain't gonna be that power couple thing. Everybody ain't a power couple.
Nah.
Every couple is not a power couple. Every couple is not the best couple in the world. You're the best two for each other.
Right.
Yeah, and whatever you can be, you can say that you're a power couple, but you're a power couple within your structure.
Right.
You know, within your surroundings. You might be better than out of the 10 people the 10 couples you kick it with, you might be the best couple. You
right.
know what I'm saying?
And they come out in the group settings.
Yeah.
Man, you don't know if they done tore each other head off in the car first. Look now, when you get off in here, I'm not one of them people that can hide my emotions. You're going to know something wrong with me when there ain't going to be none of that giving me no pep talk in the car before we go in the house. Nah, something wrong with him.
Yeah.
But the point is, like we said, where's your head at? You have to really protect your sanity in times like these.
Yeah.
Because you'll start seeing more suicides. You'll start seeing more violence between couples and injuring your children.
Right.
There has to be a balance somewhere there. You're going to have to, like I said, you're going to have to tap into God first and foremost. Now, I know that rubs some people the wrong way because you don't have a lot of these people that are not believers, but I don't care. But for me, right here, I'm dude, I'm team God, team Jesus until I'm up out of here.
Yeah, me too.
So
me too.
my thing is, once you have that, and for me, like I said, being transparent during that day, that was last Thursday. When I first realized that something was going on, the very first thing I did was consulted with God, because I didn't know where it was coming from, and I even tricked myself at a point to start thinking about things that could have possibly made me sad. I wasn't sad at all, bro. I woke up in good spirits, but and I said, you know what? I had to pull back. And once I found what it was,
right,
I had to consult with the Most High first, and then he just kind of, at that moment, started showing me some things like, okay, pull yourself out of that. This is some of the things you're dealing with. And then after talking to, I talked to Sakina Johnson. I talked to my mama. I had talked to Sean Perry. I had talked to Shantae Houston. I had talked to my brother Lamont. I had talked to Chris Morris. I'm just throwing names out there. That particular day, these were the people that were really talking me off the ledge and letting me know what they saw that I didn't see, that I had to accept.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people sometimes, and I'm not being insensitive, y'all, but I'm going to say that some people want to take the coward way out.
Yeah.
I think the suicide route or endangering yourself or what is the most cowardice way out. Where you could have easily reached out to somebody. Somebody can help you through your hurt. Somebody can help you through your pain. As many friends as we have on social media, I guarantee you, even if you ain't friends in real life, there is somebody for everything that you got going on, bro.
Yeah,
there's a lawyer, there's a psychiatrist. Within the thousands of friends that you have, there's somebody for everything that you got going on. But you rather flood the game with the BS and not even look at. See, me, sometimes I look at the people that are on my page. Okay, she deal with that? Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to holler at her. He got that going on? I'm going to use him for that. Let me go talk to him because they can help me with this, that, and the third. But if you're just there for the clown show, you missing everything that's around you.
Yeah.
So when this stuff starts happening in your mind and you start going through some things, now you want to get out here and woe is me and girl, what's wrong? You want all of that, but it's like, man, everything that you needed was right there.
Mm-hmm. And for me, I often look at what people do with themselves on a daily basis, how they carry themselves, and I pay attention. I'm here, I'm behind the chair, and I pay attention to people. I can catch a cat come in and he got a long face. Hey, you good? But out in the streets, you see, I'm able to just, that dude right there, he's soft. That joker, they're soft. Just conversation, walk up to people, you see these homeless people, and no disrespect to people being homeless, but a lot of them cats choose to do that. Yeah. Most of them, I see these dudes out here, and shoot, they hustling harder than the average Joe.
On a full-time job?
On a full-time job,
For real?
Yeah, and I feel like if you can stand out there for 8 hours and hold a sign up, how about this? As long as it took for you to write that sign, you could have filled out an application.
Bro, one thing that shocked me one day, I was at the light, a couple of cars in front of me, so I was able to sit there for a while. I saw a dude throw a Sharpie marker. I ain't lying, bro. I can't make this up, y'all. I saw him reach in his pocket, and the dude was sitting under the tree. He was like, he was tearing up the box.
Right.
He was tearing up the box. He had a clear piece of cardboard, and he was motioning to his guy. His man was like, hold up. He reached in his pocket and threw him a Sharpie marker.
And where do you get the money at to buy the Sharpie? Or did you steal it?
Oh, well, he was sitting under the tree, Indian style, writing out his sign. I was like,
but during this COVID-19, everybody has to have some kind of a hustle. You can't be enabled to do things. God has enabled everybody in this world to be successful. If you don't tap into that,
you'll be stuck.
You'll be stuck.
Right.
So that's the main thing in COVID-19. Tap into what it is that God gave you. So that you can make it. You can make it.
And it'll help your mind out too, man. Because a lot of people will sit in bummy states.
Yeah.
Because it's comfortable.
Because that's what they want to do.
But look, this particular pandemic, sitting in a bummy state will kill you. Like, you can sit in a bummy state before all of this, and then bring yourself out of it and say, I'm tired of being a bum today. Ain't nobody paying attention to me. Mm-hmm. And I'll go to the park and just da-da-da-da-da. But now it's like, you done found yourself in this slump. You done found yourself in this funk. And you in them 4 walls and you can't get out of it. Mm-hmm. Now the ills of it, you can't cry wolf no more. It has become your reality. And you starting to drown in your own self-pity and self-sorrow. And it's like, dang, you wasn't even trying to do that to yourself.
Yeah. And most times you're not trying to do it to yourself. But if you're not able to pick yourself up and dust yourself off, if you've never been able to do that, and I would have to say that most people, by the time they're 50, if you made it to 50, you have about 50 of those times where you had to dust yourself off. You should have had it at most. At best, we ain't gonna count the days. But how many ever days? Anybody do that math for me? But how many ever days that is? Every one of them days you had the opportunity to have to dust yourself off. You had to dust yourself off at some point. You had that many days, and if you made it to 50, if you made it to 30, if you made it to 20, I can name times. I came home from the bean dog twice with zero. So you got to pick yourself up and dust yourself off, man. You can't just be sitting around hoping somebody's gonna help you. Somebody owe you. Somebody should be patting you on the back. You want kudos from people. Instagram is the best. You did something today for yourself, and you want somebody to applaud you.
You ain't gonna always get that.
You ain't gonna always get it.
And the thing about it is, it's very dangerous for your mental state if you looking for that.
If you looking for that, that's
now,
horrible.
I understand. Trust me, I get it. Sharing your victories with social media, because that's where we at. You got some triumphs, share them. But it's dangerous when the little off the wall stuff. Okay, you doing Zumba today. You showing us the video. It's like, okay, we all out here trying to lose some weight. Some of us, it's like, okay, we get it. And then when you see that ain't nobody, this is when you know that there's some underlying to that type of stuff. When if I tell you, if I post and I say, hey, took a 4-mile run.
Yeah.
And that's all I said.
Right.
And 2 people like it. Nobody comments, but 2 people like it.
Right.
And I look at that. Oh yeah? Only 2 people? I turn right back around, and 10 minutes later, I post a selfie of me sweating and going on. It's like, now everybody sees my face. So it's like, oh, you looking good, Frey. You get all that.
You need that attention.
I needed that, bro.
You needed that.
And that's dangerous when you're looking for that. Yeah, because you're not going to always get it.
Yeah. And
truth be told, nobody really cares what you got going on in your life. Really, it's a lot of people that are just truly nosy. That's what it is.
Right.
Or you giving them a switch to whoop you with because they going to go back and talk about you. So it's like not many. It's a few that care about your triumphs, that cares about the things that you're succeeding in. But it's very dangerous if you sitting during this pandemic and you sitting at home waiting on that. I mean, you might as well go out there in the pumpkin patch with Linus and wait on the great pumpkin because that's not coming.
Right.
The real ain't coming.
The real ain't coming.
You can get 150 people to like and ooh girl or yeah bruh this, but I mean a lot of it ain't genuine. It's just to feed your ego because a lot of people know that you need that.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And I think that's kind of clever, bro.
I don't pay people that.
I think that's kind of clever though, because if you know that a person needs that, you might be saving them. Because somebody might look at it and say, "Dang, if I don't do this, he might blow his brains out."
Yeah.
So for somebody to give you that,
you got to know that person to know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and see, I pay attention to the people that I love and people that I respect. But all that other stuff, like, you beckoning for attention, I looks at them people, man, and I just chuckle. And
I'll let you slide.
You looking for attention. You especially some of these dudes out here, man. Some of these dudes, man.
Give it up. Give it up.
Hey, look, man. I was on Facebook one day, man, and I was in one of them particular groups. And I'm looking through the group, man, and these dudes, with their shirt off and, with the little shorts showing their penis, want to show their penis off, or, you know what I'm saying? Get the little thirsty, thirst one, but you beckoning for attention, you begging and crying for attention.
Thirst move.
If you need that much attention, dudes, fellas, if you need that much attention, all you have to do, here's the number one attention getter, and it's a self-motivating attention. Jump your ass in the mirror and look at yourself and talk to yourself and influence and motivate yourself so nobody else has to do it for you. If you do that, then it don't even matter what nobody else say to you. I do it all the time. You good, dog? I look right in the mirror and talk to myself. You good? Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, we got shit to do today. Let's do it.
Done.
Let's get it done. All right, dog. We're gonna hop in this shower. We're gonna freshen up and we're gonna get going. And I talk to myself every day, more than 3 or 4 times a day.
And that's not even crazy.
No, that
because
ain't
who
crazy.
knows you better than you?
Nothing.
Okay.
Really, because I've been doing me for 51 years.
Right.
You know, so it's nothing wrong. Listen, fellas, it's nothing wrong with you, you know, influencing yourself. Pat yourself on the back. If your arm's too short, nigga, pat yourself on the butt. Pat yourself on the knee,
side.
on the side, on your hip, whatever, man. Embrace yourself. People, this COVID-19, embrace yourself. Embrace yourself. Get to, well, who said that? Get to know your damn self. Was that Bernie Mac?
Get to know
Get
yourself.
to know your damn self. If you don't know who you are, shame on you. If you
And at this point,
25 years old,
at this
don't know
point
who
with
you
what's going on, nobody else is gonna know you.
nobody else is gonna know you because you're sitting in the house.
Not only are you sitting in the house, it's too much. It's too much trickery and fakery, coonery and buffoonery for you to create something else. And at this point, because we're locked in, all we getting is what we see.
Yeah,
If I hop out here and borrow that Bentley that's out there,
yeah,
and every time you see me, I'm around it. If you see me all the time in a post or something and I'm around it, after a while you're gonna assume that that's my car.
Right.
Or if you see me sitting at a certain place because we're not going out, you're gonna assume that's where I'm rocking, that's where I stay. Or, I mean, so at the end of the day, what we're getting is what the perception of people is. So it's like once you learn to love yourself, first and foremost, and you be the best you that you can be, that comes out.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see you. We'll see you. And it's only because if you need that. Now, there's a lot of people out here are just fine rocking and moving to the beat of their own drum. They fine with that. And that's cool. I think we all should at some point.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you save yourself a lot of that extra stuff, that suicidal thoughts and wanting to do something to you or your loved ones.
Yeah.
When you just know who you are and what you can handle for the most part.
The wine glass.
Man, yo, what is that you got, bro?
I only need one. Oh yeah. That's
That
the
is
sponsor.
gold?
Yeah. That's shout out to Muse. Muse is one of our sponsors, one of my partners. I'm doing business with him over here at the Stoop. You looking for some good import homemade beer? This dude got cherry beer, strawberry beer, all kind of beer. He got coffee beer. This one we getting ready to check one of them out here in a second, man. That it's a Russian import. So we gonna give
Crack
that a
that
taste,
open, man,
Crack
and
that
give
open.
that a run.
This next segment, man, of Barbershop Talk is brought to you by Muse. And go check them out, man. Go check it out. Good guy, man. Good beer. Good atmosphere. They got a little bar around the corner. I can't give you the address right now because I left the paperwork in the office. But he's right here in Farmers Branch. Just Google him. Muse. Whenever you get a chance and you're looking for some good beer, to all those beer drinkers, and he has a few.
Is this the logo of the dogs, or is this this
Well,
particular can?
That's just for that particular can. He's got a lot of different animals and stuff like that.
Odd Muse.
Yeah, Odd Muse.
ODDMUSE.
Yeah,
Odd
there you go.
Muse.
Yeah, we're gonna crack some of that open.
See what
Right
it's
quick,
talking
see what it's
about.
talking about.
Man, we appreciate all of y'all rocking with us, riding with us. Man, it's episode number 3 already. Me and Jeff just sitting here. As we continue to brainstorm how we want this show to go and where we want to take it to, we know that it's gonna take us. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take 2 like-minded individuals who set out to do this. Like, we set out and said, hey, we wanted to do a podcast together. We got an idea. We got a formula. And so we sticking to it. And it's up and running. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. But we just appreciate those who have tuned in, those who have viewed, those who have shared. Like, we got a lot more coming with this. And this ain't the end. The show ain't even over yet. We
The
just
show ain't
taking
even started.
we just taking some time out to say thank you all. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
for listening and watching. And man, y'all are really about to see it in a different light too. When he's over there in that chair cutting,
Yeah.
and I'm
You
on
over
this
there
side painting.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
COVID got us sitting down. The pandemic got us, and we social distancing. It's some room.
It's some room. It's enough room.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, you
Oh, yeah,
know,
it's nice right here, man. This is nice. It's kind of dark. It's kind of
it got a little dark, but
yeah, it's dark. It's thick, but it's good. It goes with a y'all fellas. That I got a couple of fellas here, man, checking us out on the podcast, man. We over here chilling, man. Y'all want to indulge in some of this, man? Come check it out. But the second part of this show, man, you know, is still on the social distancing and the pandemic that's going on. I want everybody to really take the opportunity to be careful, you know, when you go back out into the world. Do your sanitize and do your. I'm not a fond believer of this mask thing, you know, but it works for some. It doesn't work for others, you know. We are in a state where everything that we do to stay clean matters. So if you just a dirty person, then you're just a dirty person. You might dirty people might have a good immune system too. Some
yeah,
dirty
man.
people, yeah, because
you look at some homeless people, man. Like I be wondering about them. Like I can't.
Yeah.
You know, you smell yourself before anybody else.
yeah,
do.
like and then but then
Bro, I be
when you don't
self-conscious.
smell-
I be like, okay,
Yeah.
that little workout.
right.
Man, they be out there just chilling.
Just chilling, like, and walk up to your car, and they don't smell themselves because they've been smelling themselves for however long they have.
They been out there, yeah, but-
so they probably had a shower and
They probably would be
few days,
immune
yeah,
to
they-
man. But
that's like
I've been
a
noticing
shower.
too with this with it, like the things that they have opened back up. You know, some people are, you know, honoring it and still doing the social distancing thing. But man, when you go out and you start seeing these big gatherings, like I let me tell y'all something. I'm not a fan of people posting fight videos. If you 30 and up
yeah,
and you posting fight videos,
true.
truly shows where your mental state is as far as maturity. Like I don't understand why that's cool to do. First of all, why it's cool to even be a part of actually fighting in large crowds, and two, to tape it. Like, man, look, they telling us social distancing in Texas. I heard the numbers have went up since they opened up all this stuff. I caught a video the other day when I was scrolling through, and it was a big all-out brawl off of Oakland, Malcolm X, for y'all newbies in Dallas. And there was like 50 million people out there recording it. They was all up on each other, two grown women scrapping. I'm like,
And that just
get in the house, first of all.
Yeah, because you don't know what's going to happen. What if one of them pull a gun out and just get this busting?
So somebody gonna lose their life, and then y'all out there exposed to this foolishness. So y'all gonna be going to the doctor, clocking out on us.
Clocking out on, yeah.
So it's like, man, nobody. Some
'Cause you
people
wanna
just don't
enjoy-
take it.
You want to enjoy ignorance. But
And it's just not blacks. I done been
Yeah.
to some spots and seen
Yeah.
other folks out here just a little too close, and like, man, you just can't be hugging up on people like that and all up in each other's personal space like that during a time like that.
all you club heads,
No, y'all hurting.
Yeah, I know they hurting. They can't wait to go to the club. You can't wait to go to the club. I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't gonna be no social distancing in the club. I don't know nobody that's gonna wear no mask, especially the females. I ain't finna mess up my makeup.
In the club,
In the club,
everybody they
In
gonna
the
have a
club.
mask with the
lipstick, with their
on the
face.
drawn on the mask.
Yeah, get. And they gonna be looking like them Indians over in in Dubai,
man,
and them Hindus, all their face. You got to cover your mask up, cover your face up.
Man,
know,
could you
show
just
your
imagine
eyes.
you in the club and they enforce the mask in the club and you roll up on Shorty at the bar and you buy a drink and she pull that mask
Man,
down and
down,
grill just
grill
shot up like
shot.
a drive-by. You
They're like, That joker look like a piranha, look like shark,
like a cheese
shark
grater.
face.
You just don't even imagine what can happen to you with that.
Like I'm sorry, ma'am, but enjoy your drink. But yeah, hey, man,
As you put your mask on,
back on.
All right, I'm out.
You enjoy your drink, man.
No,
You ain't
sir.
gotta talk to me. Nah, I just wanted to buy you a drink. You have a good evening.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Yeah, just put the mask back on, man. Or that brother, who he pulled the mask down. His whole situation just crusty, man.
Yeah.
So, man, that ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work.
It ain't gonna work.
Clubbing with the social distance ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I mean,
y'all really gonna be like on the wood dancing to North Carolina. You just gonna be back to
and you find you a spot, where there's not many people at, and chill out, man. Just chill out. Stay at home. You know what? House parties with your intimate friends, your close friends,
and you have you had a best time and a safer time rocking with them folks.
Right there, because you know those people.
Right.
You know those people. You've been around those people, and you know those people. You know what those people eat and don't eat. You know what kind of perfume or cologne they wear. You know they're gonna be clean. You know these people. So if you kick it with people you know instead of trying to kick it with 1,000 people you don't, because man, that ain't gonna be cute.
It sure it ain't.
And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and if you haven't heard it yet, you're gonna hear from me now. Y'all go out there if you want to and kick it in these clubs and stuff. They're gonna shut us back down. And China already shut back down.
The second wave ain't even hit.
That second wave hit. What y'all gonna do? How many people gonna kill themselves on the second wave? How many people gonna die on the second wave? How many people gonna get COVID on the second wave? Sit down somewhere and don't pay attention to these people. These people want to open back up because they want their money. They want to be prosperous in this time. They already broke. People are already broke. I mean, man, they're not approving these loans like people think they are. Yeah, they're not approving these loans.
Well, let me ask you a question. What about retail stores that you really just don't really frequent? Like, okay, this isn't J.C. Penney's we talking. This isn't Dillard's. This isn't Nordstrom's. Right. We talking Ross and T.J. Maxx. These folks is
Walmart.
Wall to wall, like lines out the ass to go to Ross. To me, Ross is one of the most organized joints ever. It's like a thrift store, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's the best thrift store I've ever been to. I go
Ross.
to Ross. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I'm seeing wall to wall. I mean, lines out to Wazoo.
I haven't been to Ross since the pandemic.
Nah,
but I can imagine because I go to Home Depot. I'm a handyman, and I do stuff. And man, I went to Home Depot to get some stuff, and they got a line. You gotta wait till one person go. I said, man, look, man, I'm not finna be waiting. I don't have no mask on already.
They letting what, like five to 6 people in at a time?
No,
right?
No, it's one. I don't know. It's 10,000 square feet. The store is 10,000 square feet.
Right.
The average Home Depot is 10,000 square feet.
Right.
Maybe 20. I could be wrong, but let's give them 10,000 square feet. If everybody got to be 6 feet apart, you can get 3,000 people in there, and everybody still be 6 feet apart. But they only letting a couple hundred people in, and then one person come out or 2 people come out.
I saw that at a grocery store one time. They was only letting 5 in at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, but coming out. No, but it was more than 5 coming out. So I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, okay, I've seen like 10 people come out.
Right.
Why don't you just double and let the 10 go in?
Go in.
If 10 came out, 10 should go in.
Yeah, because they not really this a while back. I made a statement to somebody, and I said, I wish we could go back to when the TV went off at 11:59.
And the American flag would just be on that joint.
And then the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, the Star Spangled Banner would come on. Yeah.
And then it just go.
That mug would just go off.
It would just go off. That's where we at. The only thing about it is, the TV still stay on. The TV still stay on now. But we curfew. Remember stores back then? The stores used to close at 10.
Right.
And you couldn't, man, I tried to go to Home Depot, to Walmart. I left here at 9:30, 9:59, something like that. The other night, and I had to go to Walmart to grab some stuff. And I was like, I can't even go to Walmart. It's 10 o'clock.
Man.
And I thought to myself, well, I asked for this.
Right.
I asked for this.
Ain't
So
nothing
take
new
my-
under the
take
sun
my
is going
ass
back.
home. Yeah.
Man, I rolled to Target. It was 8:50. It was a ghost town in the parking lot. I said, man, Target don't normally shut down till about 10, but it is. And when you was talking about the whole club scene back then a minute ago, I wanted to ask you, like, straight up though, the older I get, now that I've joined the 40 club, I'm 43. It's like clubs are obsolete, really, man.
Right,
Most of us at this age, we lounge.
Right.
You go to a nice spot, got some nice
music,
sit down,
jazz
some nice music,
yeah.
sit down. If they got a bar, you at that. If it's BYOB, you bring your own smokes and your own liquor in there, your own wine. But man, to be somewhere trying to turn up at 40, bro,
no turn.
I'm
Look,
turning down.
when I had the jazz lounge next door,
Mm-hmm.
I knew that I was opening something great. But that thing turned the corner so fast. Immediately turned the corner so fast, dude. I lost. It slipped out of my hand. Like
Yeah, man.
That thing slipped out of my hand, and a lot of my folks that still come here, they miss it.
Man, I remember Sundays.
Yeah.
Sundays we would come in just to watch the game.
All day.
Now if the
All day
Cowboys
football
if the Cowboys won, it was gonna look. It was gonna be a party regardless.
Yeah,
But if the
yeah.
Cowboys won, man, I'm talking about that was the ultimate day party. And then you think about at this age, man, we was turned up in there and still being able to make it back to the crib by 6.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like-
definitely. So yeah, so it was always. That thing, man, was always great, but again, it's that part of what we do. We want to lounge. We want to chill out.
Yeah, we just want to
we ain't
chill
looking
now,
for
man.
3,000 or 4,000 people, to be in the club. Everybody drunk. Some people can't even drive home. I did have that a couple of times. Joker sat in here and ate 20 or 30 Jello shots.
Got beat up.
He was in there toe up.
Bro, I remember one Sunday after a game, the Jello shot dealer.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Man, the Jello shot dealer,
That
the
joke
guy
was
who had him,
High on his own supply. Boy.
man, he was beat up back there in the back parking lot. We was like, yo, you the plug. How you back here?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But that part of the game and just the social distancing was cool. Even then would have been fine with this going on because everybody gave each other some space.
Yeah.
And the lounge area was so big that you could actually sit comfortable
Yeah.
without somebody being all up on you and whatnot.
Yeah.
But man, I don't like that club stuff. That club scene, like ain't nobody. I always equated to being young. If you 40-some years old and you out there still trying to bop around, or you just can't wait till everything open up so you could be on the scene, I say you didn't experience nothing when you was young. That's what I equated to.
Exactly.
Man,
exactly.
I'm hitting a little hole in the walls when we was in our teens, man. Like if we got a little faded or something, we was catching a fade by them old heads in there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
definitely.
so, just hanging out, kicking it, having that freedom, your parents giving you a little rope to do a little something, letting the leash out a little bit so you can kick it a little bit. When you got to experience some things, then by the time you hit this age, you're like, man, I done it already. I'm cool on that. I done lived a good life. I done had some fun. I done been some places. I done traveled. Now, if you at this age and you haven't experienced nothing, that's 9 times out of 10. That's going to be the catch you're going to see going to the club. Man, you remember going to the club, you would be getting ready at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Man, nobody better not ask me to be, I'm in the bed.
I'm in the bed. I'm taking a nap. I had to take a nap.
Nah, dude. At 11 o'clock, like, if I ain't out of there, if I ain't at the spot by 7, you going to miss me. I ain't coming.
I ain't coming.
Trying to get dressed at 11 o'clock, man, that ain't, nah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the back of my eyelids.
But yeah, we truly thank y'all for watching and joining us in this. I hope y'all really enjoyed the show.
We don't want to bombard y'all with the sad stuff all the time, man.
We
that
don't
ain't
hit
what
y'all
this
with
is
the sad
about.
stuff. Yeah,
we just talking.
We got and shout out to everybody that left comments and liked
We'll have to go back and look at all of that.
Yeah,
we'll chime in.
Yeah, we're able to see him. So I'm gonna shout out to is that Glenda?
That's my mom.
That's your mom.
My old bird.
Hey, moms, how you doing?
My old bird tuning in.
Shantae, what's up? Earl Stokes, my boy Earl Stokes from back in Milwaukee, man. What's up, Earl? I see you shouting out Tyrone. Yeah, Earl. That nigga named Earl. I ain't gonna talk about you, E.
Earl,
I ain't gonna talk about
Earl, man. I know you chilling. I know you a lounger, Earl.
He a lounger. He definitely a lounger. But shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to the Dallas Cigar Week. The fellas on the Dallas Cigar Week, we getting ready to do a cigar event. So y'all stay tuned to that. Shout out to Odd Muse. You looking for that good beer? Go check out Odd Muse.
Odd Muse, it's all right too, brother.
Yeah, it's a good beer, man. Thanks for having us. Shout out to Vision Lab. Vision Lab, my dudes at Vision Lab, man. They here, man. We getting ready to do a nice little interview. They getting ready to interview me, so y'all stay tuned for that.
Before we go, you know what it's almost time for? Still Till. We're going to start putting that on your mind, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Still Till 2019 was a success.
Yeah.
So August will be here before you know it. And we're just trying to ride this thing out to see what the government says as far as statewide, how many people what we can do. Because, man, we had a nice little time back there. It was spaced out.
Real nice.
But I had already told y'all 2020 we're going to do it a little bit bigger. So that's August 28th is actually the anniversary of Emmett Till's death. But we try to do it a little early because we got the film, we got photos, and we like to try to equate that. So the weekend prior to August 28th, whatever weekend that is, Still Till. So get ready for Still Till 2020. Man, got to start getting ready to plug that because that's a major thing. That's very important, man, because we done dealt with, here we are, Still Till. We still dealing with that, man.
Still Till.
Rest in peace to Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah.
A few other people that it's happening so much, man, and still can't name all of the people. So yeah, with Still Till still going on. Y'all already know the staple to that is Still Till to this day. We just gonna get ready for that 2020. We gonna do it bigger and better. So you gonna hear me shouting that a lot leading on up into August, man. We had a good time with that.
Yeah, we had a real good time. We had some,
man, I was pleased with the turnout.
We had 95%, 98% goodness, and 2% ignorance.
Ignorance, yeah, but we can't. And the ignorance that was involved in that was casted out. The ignorance didn't make the footage. It didn't make the video. The ignorance didn't make the photos.
It didn't even fade.
It didn't even phase the day, man. Yeah. So this year, God willing, we ain't having none of that.
I like every now and again. I like to acknowledge ignorance.
Yeah,
you have to acknowledge ignorance, especially at a small percent. You don't acknowledge big ignorance.
Man, look, what did you give them? Only 2%? 2%. So it was 98%. Yeah. We had a blast. The 2%.
Yeah, that 2%.
You swept that under the rug, got it out of there, and for damn sure it ain't gonna be here for 2020. So
that 2%, but we might get another 2%. Somewhere.
I'm casting it down now. Everybody that came and supported it, man, I was happy about it. And for those that didn't get to make it, ended up watching a video on YouTube. Go to King Caffrey Linwood and look for that 2019 video if you've never seen it. It got a few photos at the end of it too. You on there dropping some heat. Sakina Johnson on there dropping some heat. I come back and backdoor with a little word or two. And so we're going to do it again 2020. We're going to do this. Yeah. What is the word? We're going to do it annually. There it is.
Yeah,
annually. So 2020.
You got to get on that.
Yeah, I know, man. I was in there in the humidor on the video. Annually, man. We're going to do this thing. So.
But yeah, and to be announced, the date is to be announced. I am having a 5-year anniversary in this location. I'm have a nice little party. Yeah, you just raise the roof.
Damn.
My 5-year anniversary at this location is June 2nd. My 7-year anniversary for Astute Gentleman is June 6th. So we're having a ribbon cutting. We're gonna have a nice little party, man. And y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna shout out the dates. Everybody's invited. Everybody's
Except for
invited.
the 2%.
Except for the 2%. So 98% of y'all are invited. You know, and much love to everybody. And again, I
That's
hope y'all
about it,
enjoyed
huh?
the show, and we'll see y'all next week. I'm the barber,
I'm the artist, and we
and
out.
we out. Peace.